Alright guys, today we are doing it. We are building a $180 PC and seeing if it can play games. This thing is rocking, has an i5 4570. It came out in quarter 2 of 2013. It is a 4-core CPU that with a base clock of 3.2 and a boost of 3.6. Now on all cores it boosts to about 3.2 under load. We're going to see how thermally safe and out of the box OEM Dell Optiplex is with the front ventilation, which is great for airflow, one exhaust fan, GTX 1050. Let's break down the cost. This thing came with an i5 4570, 8 gigs of RAM, 120 gig Samsung 840 EVO SSD with Windows 10 installed. So this system by itself with 2 disk drives, if you love disk drives, comes with 2, an SSD, CPU, cooler, all that for $100 off of eBay. Now we slapped in a 1 terabyte hard drive. It's a Western Digital Green. Great drives. So it's got a 1 terabyte storage drive, and then it also that GTX 1050 in there, and see how she does. Now, so $100. The hard drive was $20. The graphics card was $60, which is a little high. You can find them around $50. I just couldn't find one at the time when I was looking for a good price, so I just went ahead and got the 1050. A 1050 Ti would work great as well. Now with this system, because the power supply doesn't have an extra pin to plug into the graphics cards, you need to use a card that doesn't have supplemental power or doesn't plug in basically with 6-pin or 8-pin power. So what you need to do, get a 1050, get a 1050 Ti that doesn't take that extra pin. Honestly, it's a great pairing for this CPU. So let's do some benchmarks. We're going to be doing 3 benchmarks today. We're going to be GTA 5, the first Tomb Raider, and then the third benchmark is going to be Rainbow Six Siege. It's a little bit more graphically intensive than Fortnite, so it's a much better test to kind of get you around about. And those games have built-in benchmarks. Alright guys, so let's go on the roller coaster with Technically. Obviously, the biggest downside to this system in particular is you're getting that FPS, the 60 FPS threshold. But that's all you're going to need for like a TV or any 60 hertz monitor. You're not going to really notice much higher quality past that 60. If you had a 144, maybe, but why would you buy a $200 monitor for a $180 system? It just makes no sense. But think about it. This system's $180 and it plays esports titles. Now there are a couple things you can do to this computer to make it a little bit better. You could put an i5 4th gen. Say you buy this. Alright. So this computer, say you buy this. And you're like, yeah, but what about the upgrade path? There is an upgrade path. With the new Zen 2 AMD CPUs coming out, the used market is going to start going down because better CPUs are getting cheaper. And in say a year, you're like, I need a better CPU. Get a 4790, a 4790K, or find a really good LGA 1150 Xeon chip. Would go perfectly in this system. You'll get better clocks on this thing. Honestly, even if you found an RX 570, you would probably bump up those frame rates and be able to play on very high without a CPU change. The bottleneck in this system is more the GPU than the CPU, and that's incredible. You have a $180 system that actually has an upgrade path. A 4790K is still a streaming PC beast at this point. You might have to buy a cooler. Buy a Snowball from AliExpress. It's a great cooler. It's basically a 212 Evo, which I would love to test in this system. I just ordered one. If I get one in time, I might slap it in this thing and see what happens, honestly. I would love to buy this system if I was entry level. Plus, it's about the price of a cheap console. Like, yes, you might need to have some things laying around. Talk to your friends. See if they have an extra keyboard and mouse laying around. You don't need an excellent gaming setup to play it. I was playing games on this earlier, and it is amazing. I mean, it's just an incredible system. I just can't recommend it enough. But we're not quite done with this system. We got some upgrades. I know a friend of mine who wants a $350 PC. Screen, keyboard, mouse, the whole shebang. We're going to do it for $350. And I'm going to show you what you could really do to trick this thing out in the next video. But thanks, guys, and I hope you had a good one. See ya. Oh, like and subscribe if you want. If not,